You know, if this situation taught me anything, it taught me that choosing love doesn't always look like what the TV shows or even what our parents showed us. You know, sometimes choosing love does look like that you still have to feel the emotions that you feel. You still are hurt, you still are angry, you still are confused. Although you remind yourself, how do I feel about this individual? How did I feel about this individual? And if that was that I love this person, you're not just gonna magically stop loving them. That love's just gonna turn to hate. That it's gonna turn to disdain, like, oh, I can't stand this motherfucker. Although that's not the deepest truth. You only feel that way because they hurt you, because they never hurt you. You only hate them, right? And so the thing about being able to not only feel your emotions, but to intellectualize them and process them in a very quick manner, it starts to feel like that you don't give yourself time to feel. Although what I have learned about intellectualizing emotions is that you may have already got an understanding of how these emotions, or what you feel about these, no, what you know about these emotions. But what you feel about them doesn't negate that you have to actually feel them. So you may already have an understanding about them, but you still gonna have to feel them. And you may have felt all that you could feel today, but tomorrow they may come back. And what you have to do is remind yourself of what you already know. If you already know that you're moving with love, you're moving with peace, you're moving with truth, then when those emotions come back, like anger, or disdain or guilt or shame, then you have to just remind yourself, like, hey, I'm valid in how I feel about this situation. I'm valid of how I see the situation. Although I have already took an understanding that, hey, this is how I'm gonna move about this situation. So continue to move, even if things come up afterwards, the individual saying things to you, or things you find out things about the situation afterwards. It's like, hey, it's in the past now, it's over and it's done. You have already decided that how you're gonna move forward is with clarity. You're gonna move forward with understanding the lessons that you have learned and discovered. And so if I have already decided that, what else that you bringing up to me don't fucking matter to me, because it doesn't do anything for me but finalize what I've already chose to do, which is move forward. If you're bringing things to me that reminds me of why I even decided to move forward in the first place, why am I revisiting that hurt? Why am I revisiting that pain just because it's still on your mind, just because it's still on your spirit? You don't have to hold on to things because someone is still stuck in that situation. If you left somebody in Michigan, why are you still worrying about Michigan when you're in Florida? It's time to do Florida shit. It's time to it's time to turn up. It's time to be in the sun, to go get in the water. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, where these emotions cannot be moved along forcefully, they can be moved along by continuing to just feel, accept, and let go. When they come by your door, they're knocking on your door, they're like, hey, baby, I got something to tell you. Just let them talk. And how you respond to them talking shows you your growth. If every time these emotions knock on the door and you land them in, you sit down, you making you both a cup of tea, you cross your legs, like, what's up, boo? That lets you know how much that you are accepting, how much you are allowing. If every time they knock on your door, you always got your face scrunched up, you like, oh my God, here it go again. You're resisting. You're resisting what these emotions are actually telling you, because emotions are just indicators. They're just messengers. If these motherfuckers knocking on your door and baby, you don't even get up and answer, you're ignoring them. You're ignoring your emotions, and that isn't healing. That's bypassing. That's you pretending that you got shit together while you in the house, but then when you go outside, them bitches coming and knocking you out real quick. They jumping your ass. Them bitches waiting on you at the door. They was waiting for you to come out that goddamn house. They waiting for you to come out of your shell. There are times that we are wounded outside of our homes, and we have to be the one to come back inside and nurture our wounds and tend to our wounds. That is true. And it very much makes you not want to fuck with anybody ever again. Although the lesson is never to not love, the lesson is never to close your heart, the lesson is to learn more healthy boundaries, the lesson is to become more discerning so that you won't get caught up with the same situation twice or three times. Because at the end of the day, just because you are hurt or you're wounded in a situation, that doesn't mean that you was wrong for loving somebody. You being the person that you are, you choosing to love, is how God made you. And so that is how you're supposed to continue to be. And still have your discernment when someone comes around and just trying to be around you. It's like a light. A light bulb can't control everything that flies around it or what actually was attracted to it. You got gnats that be attracted to light bulbs, you got dragon firefly, you got all types of bugs and insects that will come flying around the light, you know. But everything can't get too close because you know you think about those lights that zaps mosquitoes and shit. If they get too close, they are attracted to the light, but all they want to come do is just come and suck your blood. They want to take your energy, they want to take your time. And then your defense mechanisms is what protects you from these energy vampires. You got me? And so this situation that I'm leaving has definitely taught me to love more, to be observe more, and also to trust me more. Because by trusting me, I am able to avoid and I'm able to not go through so much chaos anymore, and able to remove myself before something gets more crazier than it already is. If you are already seeing down the line how something moving, you don't have to shame yourself for going ahead and removing yourself from the situation because the other person can't see. If you got a bird's view, why are you getting mad at the turtle because the turtle can't see what you see? The same way that you shouldn't give a fuck that the turtle getting mad at you because they can't see what you see. Because a bitch, you can only see so much. I see so much more than you. That doesn't make me better than you per se, but it does make me able to see more. And so I can maneuver different. I can make different decisions. I can plan ahead in ways that you can't. So that's the download. You know, it's your boy Beetalksss.square.site, and that's the message.